Hello, and welcome to another Live with Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangie.
And I'm Jack.
And he told me to start it off, so I'm going to start off in style.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yeah. And there she goes.
Yeah. You going to take the dog with you?
Please do. She said, our dog is so loud.
I'm trying to, I forgot to take that light bulb out.
Oh, I was
And now it's going to drive me insane for the whole hour's program.
Oh, that's okay. You know what we're not doing is
we're
not looking at
we
our
haven't
live.
got everything pulled up to look at the comments
Mandy.
yet.
Hey. Whoops.
Oh yeah, we're not.
Whoop. There we go.
Yeah, because that light reflects down on us and just, I can see it beaming off our foreheads here.
That's okay.
Or
I think
forehead.
it's only
Or
gonna
five- or
bother
five
you.
head.
Oh,
It
good.
does bother me.
Look, we got people talking to us. There's Mandy says, "Yay! I can actually watch from my PC instead of my iPad while cooking dinner. Awesome. Hubby is away scouting for hunting season next month, so I'm footloose and fancy free, no dinner bill. That's awesome. Hey, Bonnie, welcome. Hey, Amby, glad you guys are here. Good evening to you too. So, how is everybody doing? How are your gardens? How are your pantries? Are you gearing up for homeschool?
She's asking all these questions because we've had a busy day today. She's been doing all these things.
Yes.
Are you asking those questions because that's what you want to talk about?
It's because it's what's on my brain. It's what's on the brain.
Well, what do you want to start with? The garden?
Well, first, let's shout out a channel or two.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll kick it off that way first.
All right. Yeah.
So go for it.
Well, I will shout out a channel that we met in Michigan. Man, the weekends are getting crazy. Not this weekend, but the past weekend in Michigan, we were blessed to go up to the Hootenanny, and we met a lot of new people, as we knew we would. And it was amazing that we met some homesteaders actually that are in Kentucky next to us. And so it was great to meet them and catch up with them. So Runaway Homestead. I got to spend some time with them and talk with them while we were eating during the picnic area. And they were just really nice. He showed me photos of his cabin they have out in the woods. And, I was asking him about the name Runaway Homestead. And I think when he was fixing up the cabin and everything, someone said, "You just want to run away." And he was like, "That sounds cool." So I think I got that right anyway. But so I want to shout out Runaway Homestead. So go check them out and subscribe to their channel and watch some of their videos.
Yeah. And then I'm also going to shout out a channel that we got to see in person. We already knew them, but we got to see them in person in Michigan, and that is Max Happy Homestead. You guys check them out. Love their channel, love them, sweet family, and they share a lot of good information over there, and plus they're just fun to watch. So head on over to Max Happy Homestead. They're in the chats, so if you hover by the three dots around their name, you should be able to tap on it, and then it says go to channel, and then you can subscribe without actually having to click off of our video. So anyway,
okay.
So check them out. Hey, Mama Bear.
And just remember, Max Happy Homestead is also on Instagram. I think they're on Facebook. You can follow them those ways. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. We've got a Freedom Homestead Facebook page. Jack_Freedom Homestead, Tangie_ Freedom Homestead on Instagram. So check us out and follow along on our social media pages.
We're kind of like Visa.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere you want to be.
I doubt that.
Yay! Welcome.
But we're missing a whole lot of people joining us, and sorry we're not saying hi. Look, the Max Happy Homestead's with us tonight.
Here,
there they are. You mention them, and they appear.
Well, okay, so hi everybody. Hi Becky and Bonnie and Incense Shop and Andrea, our friend over the sea in Australia. Hey 1870s Homestead. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Hello, Donna and Mimsy's Garden and Diane and Bro Farms. What's up, Leah and Cecil? Lone Star Living. Who else we got here?
North Star Prepsteader.
Oh, hey. BJ
I'm gonna move to Kentucky
Stacy.
just so I can go grocery. I missed it. Scroll back down.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to move to Kentucky just so I can grocery shop with you. Listen, like I have said, and I am not playing, y'all come see us. We've got room for you and your whole crew. And I will take you to my honey hole. Y'all just come on.
We've got room, but they also got that RV they can park right in our driveway.
They can do whatever they want.
They can do it either way.
Yes.
We'd just be happy to have them.
We had we hosted the Hollers here, and they brought their fifth wheel, and they hooked up. They hung out there, but they were welcome to stay in the house if they wanted to. But yeah, just however y'all are comfortable. It's like my dad says, you know, sometimes when someone turns down staying with you, it's not because they don't want to stay with you. It's just because they like walking around in their underwear.
The Hollers were actually our first house guests.
Yes, they were.
And our teenage son, actually supplied dinner for him one night.
Yes, he did.
Not what we expected, but he went out and shot a squirrel. And before you knew it, Ben had it cleaned and she was putting it in the oven. So
yep, wrapped it in bacon and we had it for dinner. Wow, thank you guys so much. We got a lot of...
We definitely will improvise.
We got a lot of new names here. People are saying the Stivers sent them over.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Zach and Jen are
We
so
just got
sweet.
through watching them. And
Ozark.
I can't wait to meet the Stivers. They've been talking about their get-together. It's in September, I think. And, you know, still keeping them in our prayers and everything. Because they, you know, he lost his father, her stepdad. But watching them, they're always smiling. They're always just positive energy and just, they're kind of fun to watch. You know, you just kind of smile when you watch them. So we just got through watching them, and then we had to kind of get ready for our show.
There's Homestead Dad. Gosh, a lot of
Homestead Dad's here.
Friends
awesome.
that are here, and a lot of new names. So thank you guys so much for coming over and hanging out with us.
Talk about another good guy that we met at the Hootenanny.
At the Hootenanny and North Star Prepper. You are so sweet. We really enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you.
Everybody we met was just great.
Yeah, well, I think, again, I mean, we've said it a lot, but it's the community.
Yeah.
It's the community.
It is. It is.
So, but anyway, so we called our live stream Busy Day, and so we kind of just wanted to share with you guys what we've been up to today.
Been busy.
And I will say this too, I watched Sutton's Days live stream while I was fixing dinner. We also watched Stivers. And I think one thing that we're all, of course, I mean, we're all harvesting right now. We're all putting up food. Jen said she's put up so much zucchini, like she never wants to see zucchini again, pretty much. But Sutton's Days, her live stream, she was talking about inventory, which is exactly what I've been working on today, is our pantry inventory. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on freezer and refrigerator inventory. And hey, there's Lisa.
Yes, we loved that photo you took of us, North Star Prepsteader.
Oh yeah, that was
I was watching her video of the Hootenanny, and she had these photos of us, and I was like, "That's awesome!" So I screenshotted it and saved it. Those were beautiful photos.
Yeah, they were.
Sorry.
So that's
Go back
okay.
to your camera.
So you guys know, or I talked about it last week, that this week I am what I call homeschool nesting. And that is because we start school next week. And so my first priority is to get my inventory done so I can start meal planning. So really it's coming from convenience. Like I want to be able to know what I already have on hand, go ahead and meal plan with what I've got. And of course, just know what I have. But let me tell you guys, oh my goodness, I was so upset. One of the things that I discovered while looking over my inventory.
Lisa's watching you.
I know, I see that. One of the things that I discovered while doing my inventory is that I had 2 bags of flour with bugs in them. Bugs. in my
Which you
flour.
said you knew that would happen.
Well, what happened is I put them in the cabinet and I did not put them in the freezer first. Lesson learned. I mean, these were like organic, unbleached, King Arthur flour. I was so distraught, so upset. So anyway, that was my fault because I did not put them in the freezer. And I knew when I put them in the cabinet, I thought to myself, I really should put these in the freezer, but I didn't. So please learn from my mistake. When you bring home flour,
Who is that?
just put it in the freezer. Let's see. Hey, Naturally NC. I haven't seen you in a while.
Is that Rachel Ross?
Where? Oh, Rochelle.
Rochelle.
Roos.
Okay.
Good evening. Goodness.
Noah's Ark.
Yeah. Hey,
didn't
Grandpa's
see her
Farm. Kenneth Cambridge says, I will be at the Homestead of America this year for the first time and hope to meet you guys there. Oh, Kenneth, we are actually not going to go this year.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to make it this year to the Homesteaders of America conference.
Yeah.
We're hopefully trying to hit some of the little get-togethers here and there. That's why we went to the Hootenanny and.
Thanks, Amby.
But yeah, we're not going to be in Virginia. That's going to be too big of a trip that time of the year for us. And plus, we've already done that. We did it the first 2 years in a row, and 4 or 5 years before that, we were taking long trips
Yeah.
to Virginia.
Yeah, and plus, we've been saying it. We've got a really busy school year this year. We homeschool our kids. Our daughter is a senior this year, and we've got a lot we want to accomplish this year. So, yeah, I think as of right now for the year, we don't have any overnight trips planned.
We know it's going to be really. I don't know if you call it jealousy or just it's going to be hard to be home and watch all of our channels that we love so much.
It's going to be painful.
When we see them all out there, all together, all having a blast.
Yeah, thanks, Nadine.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Very much so.
But we know we're not gonna be able to make it this year.
Yeah, kind of like watching Doug and Stacy's get together this weekend.
Yeah, last night.
We had actually talked about going, but
Yeah.
my lovely parents celebrated 40 years of marriage. And so this weekend, we were actually out of town again. We were actually in my hometown in Georgia. My siblings and I, we threw them an anniversary party. And so that was really nice, getting to hang out with the family, getting to see relatives I hadn't seen in over a year, and celebrating my parents. So that's why we were not at Doug and Stacy's, is because we were in Georgia. But anyway, but that's a good reason not to go to Doug and Stacy's.
Yeah,
we had a wonderful time, and of course my family's close, so it was all good.
Yeah, and you've got a big family down there.
I've got a big family. I'm the oldest of 7, and all of us kids were able to be there except my 2 youngest. My youngest sister and my youngest brother weren't able to be there. But I got to see my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters. Loved it. It was such a great day.
There was probably close to 100 people there, and it was just family.
Was it 100?
I would say, well,
I don't think it was that many.
75 to 100. If you count all the little ones running around, there might have been close.
Yes, Homestead Dad, you actually saw me and 4 of my siblings. There are 2 more that were not there, but all of us are married. All of us have kids, so it was a big turnout. So, but
And
like
then
I said,
some of your aunts and uncles and their families were there.
yes,
And there were even, I can't remember, there were nieces and nephews and some of their families. So there was quite a bit.
yeah. Mimsy's Garden, I'm gonna go ahead and take you up on that just because you never know.
What?
She volunteered to be a mod, so I went ahead and threw her a wrench.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hello, Considerate Joy. I love the name of your channel. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Quebec Homestead. She's got to get back
Hey,
to
Stringfield.
editing, but she'll be with us back later.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, so that's why we weren't there. And then, of course, we talked about pantry. Oh, so tell them what you did for me today.
Well, since you've been kind of getting everything ready inside the house for school, you've been cleaning out the pantry and everything.
Hey, Aurora.
I was really inspired from Pratt family. She is so excited about Jenny's pantry that I thought, well, she talked about it the whole trip back home. We got to set something up. We got to set up a pantry. So I started cleaning out our garage today, and I found out that 2 bookshelves that came out of my sister's house when they remodeled my sister's house, I had 2 big bookshelves in the garage behind a bunch of stuff, and I cleaned them up, took them down in the basement, set them up, cleaned out a whole corner of the basement, and so at least we have something to start as a pantry down in the basement. About 8 shelves total if you count all the bookshelves. So
which is great
I'm
because
trying to get her started.
yes.
Trying to set it
And
up.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably make some curtains to go over the fronts to keep the light out. Since our basement is not finished, there's no like closed off area. So I'm gonna make some curtains to keep the light out. And yeah, it's really gonna be great because while I was doing my pantry inventory today, I found some more dry beans that I can, especially black beans. I mean, can you really ever have enough black beans? Really? And then also...
We're going to start school next Monday.
I was gonna answer that. Anyway.
Okay, well, I'm reading while you're...
Yeah. So I'm going to be canning some beans very, very soon. And I'm also going to, we have some deer meat in the freezer that I'm going to go ahead and can up as well. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny because during Sutton's Days live stream, she was talking about, people were asking her about canning meat.
Jeff says nice work.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
And yeah, that to me, that is like one of the best things to have. I would rather have canned meat, probably canned beans, than almost anything else canned. Well, that and salsa.
Pickles.
I could do without pickles, honestly.
I love pickles.
I could actually do without pickles.
I like pickles, salsa.
Yeah, but one
Oh,
thing I asked Lisa during her live stream. Yes, I'm going to be doing the dark curtains. I'm gonna see if I don't have any old bed sheets first, like some dark ones. I know I have some navy blue ones.
Yeah.
But and I might double line them. Oh yeah, green beans too. Green beans are good to have. But yeah,
Well,
canned meat. She calls it ugly meat, which is really funny.
We had you had some deer meat that you had canned. A year or 2 ago when we had deer meat to can, and it was so good.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Yeah, and I was actually telling my cousin. My cousin is really trying to. She's working on stockpiling, and we've been talking about it. And she doesn't know how to can, and but I told her, I was like, because she's very busy and she's a mom, and I'm like, there's nothing better than having canned, shelf-stable meat that you have done yourself. You can whip up a meal in no time. It is the best. Canned meat, salsa, beans, hot peppers, tomato at all times. Yeah, I've got to, one of the things that I mentioned on Lisa's live stream was I want more meals on the shelves, not just individual canned things, but more meals. I did can some soup. Was it earlier this year or no, it was the end of last year because I had it for, our pastor came and stayed with us while it was, and then we had like snow outside. So it was called farmer's soup is what I had. So I opened like 4 or 5 jars of that and then made grilled cheese and it was so good. It was awesome because it tasted like I had cooked it all day in the slow cooker when I just heated it for like 6 minutes. So yeah.
So she's really excited about starting to put stuff up. And you got all the stuff out of your pantry today and was trying to reorganize everything and sort everything out.
Yep, I got it all out.
Yeah, you even made a...
Yeah, made an inventory list.
I don't think
You
you
can't
can
see that,
You
but
can put it close.
yeah. So yeah, I just want to make
It's
sure.
that light, I told you.
I know. See what all I've got. Canned tomato soup is the best.
Yes, I love beef stew.
Ooh, pork and beans.
I am a huge fan of beef stew.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Big fan.
Do Lisa's beef stew then. So easy. Yeah, I will definitely when I'm getting ready to do all these things.
Yeah, pork and beans.
I'm gonna go to Sutton's Days and make a list of. She was talking about, what was it that you said you make? You said, was it beef and mushroom soup? And then when you heat it up, sometimes you add barley, but she won't add barley to make it keto. If you wanted a keto, which I do, obviously. But anyway, very, very cool. Let's see, mushroom beef. Oh,
What
yes, that even
else
sounds
did you
good.
have on your list?
Oh, on my list.
I don't know what else we were.
What we were going to talk about today?
In between the busy day, I actually
fall planting.
got the got Parker out. It was so hot today, but we got a lot done outside, even though it was stinking hot outside. I think it got to 90 or 91, but we have such high humidity. And when we say high humidity, we're not talking Michigan humidity.
No.
We're talking about it's at least
Like
80.
take your breath away.
It's over 80% humidity.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Or it's sticky. It's just sticky outside. But I did wash the truck. My son, our son, helped us. We vacuumed it.
Good night, Edward
We shined it
Homestead.
up. We washed it. So that was fun.
Yeah. One thing that's cool is Jack actually, I don't know if you guys remember, when we first moved here, we talked about how we basically live in Mayberry, how everybody here is super nice. And the lady across the street made us a pie, and she's also made us cake. But Jack was talking to her today, and she's got some apple trees over there.
Yes.
And she invited us to come and pick
Yeah.
all the apples we can handle. So
They didn't really take care of the apple
butter,
tree.
apple pie filling, applesauce.
And they didn't spray or prep the tree this year. So it's just kind of raw apples coming out. Some are gonna be good, some are not gonna be good. Some will probably be full of worms, but she said we could come over and get what we needed. So
We're used to
will.
organic gardening anyway. We plant some for the bugs and some for us, so we know how that is. That's no big deal. But yeah, we're super excited. Ooh, you canned apple pie filling too. Yum. Let's see, many years ago I canned soup and stews, but haven't in a long time. Y'all are inspiring me. I know, that's the cool thing about this community is like we can get inspired and fueled. Like I've been watching some of Lisa's, oh my goodness, today I watched Lisa from Sutton's Days. She has a video where she makes strawberry jalapeno jelly, you guys. And I was like, oh my word, I could see that. I mean, over cream cheese is a no-brainer, but like I'm thinking, I keep thinking like, you could put that on shrimp, you could put that on chicken, you could put that on so many different things. Let's see, take the apples. I know, I'm so excited about the apples.
Somebody says the humidity in South Carolina is terribly bad. Yeah. Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina.
Yeah, right there in the southeastern part of the U.S. I mean, I know there's other places too, but...
Georgia, Alabama. I mean, but right in that south central, Sun Belt.
Yep. Thanks, Mimsies, for sharing. Yeah, she shared Sutton's Days channel, so y'all definitely be sure to check her out. So excited. Oh, and let me tell you, while I was watching Lisa's live stream, I was, crikey, I've got it in my eye.
Yeah, I told you, keep your hands off your face.
I've been cutting peppers, jalapenos, and hot banana peppers, and I didn't.
She's bad when she starts talking because she has to talk like this. Gonna go, and so she started touching her face. I was like, keep your hands down.
I didn't wear gloves doing the hot banana peppers. I really didn't think they would be that hot, but they were. Now underneath my thumb, where I was scraping the seeds out, is burning. But then I did wear gloves when I did wear gloves when I was doing the jalapenos, though. So at least I'm not totally dumb.
You're not dumb.
I just wasn't thinking.
You just
okay.
When you get in the zone, you forget about.
Ooh, wash your hands with salt. That's a good idea. Anyway. Yes, gloves, Tangy, gloves. I know, Mandy. Hey, Carla. What state are we in? We are in Kentucky.
We're in Kentucky.
We're in the bluegrass state. Yes. let's see. What was the other thing? Oh, fall planting. That was the other thing that we were going to talk about. We actually have a video going up tomorrow where I cleaned out the garden beds and started fall planting. But you guys, because it was so hot and because of the humidity, it took me like 4 days. We only have 6 raised beds, and we're doing autopilot, which means weeds are not hard to pull. But just because it was so hot, I mean, I'm like bending over with sweat dripping off my face.
That's the way I was today cleaning out the garage. I mean, you bend over and sweat's just pouring off of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch for the video tomorrow. So she'll be posting it, making it live sometime in the morning, and you kind of finished it up today.
Oh, thanks, Grandpa's Farm Rides again. I love goat's milk soap. I will take whatever you want to
Yes,
send.
that stuff's
Thank
really
you.
good.
I have a salt scrub I keep at the kitchen sink. That's a good idea too.
So goat's milk will definitely, goat's milk soap will help with the pepper juice.
I guess,
Maybe?
I don't know. But yeah,
Try.
so let's see, what have I got in the garden so far?
Runaway Homestead is actually here, and we talked about them at the beginning of our show. I have a salt scrub I keep in the
Baking
kitchen
soda
sink.
and water paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier before we actually went live, I was I had shredded a bunch of zucchini and I was food saver bagging them.
This is Stivers is
And I
with
kept
us.
I kept sticking my thumb down in the frozen shredded zucchini to kind of cool off my thumb.
Yes.
But that's
So
okay.
so tip of the day: wear gloves
Wear gloves.
when preparing peppers.
Don't be a hero. Just
Onions, peppers,
yes.
anything.
Good night, Jeff. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for taking the wrench. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You guys don't forget to check out Homestead Dad. He is so awesome.
He is.
And has a great channel. Lots of good info. And just a great family channel to watch.
I think he went to the beach today or yesterday because I saw a photo of him hanging out at the beach.
Ambi Crafts. You know, I have only done spring and summer, but because we have this garden beds instead of the big garden like we did, you know, in years past, I've decided I'm going to plant spring, summer, fall, and I was actually on Amazon today looking at row covers to maybe cover a couple of our raised beds, so we can maybe do some kale and cabbage just to extend our growing season. How long have I been gardening? Our first garden was about 7 or 8 years ago.
I think, yeah, if you go to our channel, which don't do it now, but if you go to our channel, the intro video
Good night, Incense
that
Shop.
kind of introduces us, and it's called This Is Our Story, I think, or Our Story.
Our story. Mhm.
But it goes through, you know, when we started gardening, when you started making bread.
Bye, Pro Farms.
The thing is we've moved 2 or 3 times, and so each time we've kind of had to start over or rethink our whole plan for each area that we have moved to. And when we moved here, it was not
Thanks,
going to be
Lucas Lou.
it was not going to be conducive to plow up the land and have a huge garden out here. It was much better for us to go the route of building raised beds.
Yeah, and we learned quickly that this property is very rocky. I mean,
Yeah.
it took us longer than we expected just to put in the fire pit because we were trying to, you know, level
it's
out.
full of rocks.
Yeah, we were trying to level out the stones, and it took a lot longer just because of all the rocks.
Yeah, and once we went up to Michigan and visited M.I. Gardner, and we got to hang out with him and see his setup at his house. His raised beds work so well, and his autopilot style works so well. We were like, let's try it. And so this is our first year trying it, and we are huge fans. We love it. It's, we know what we need to do to tweak it a little bit just to make sure we're doing it correctly, but we love it. And we'll be doing a video. We mentioned that.
Yes.
We'll be doing a video kind of reviewing the autopilot garden.
Yes, we do want to share with everybody honestly how it worked for us.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward
And
to
what we
making that
did
video.
wrong, and what we know we need to do next spring.
Yeah, and kind of going back to the question, how long have we been gardening? It seems like every year we try something new, so it's like we're kind of learning things all over again, like the way we're growing it. I only started my own seeds for the first time a few years ago, so we're still, and it's like I've said before, gardening, homesteading, all of that, I don't think one ever really arrives. Like, we're always learning something new.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if we have any animals other than our dogs. We don't have any animals yet, but we are planning on getting chickens. We just have to build our coop first. And we've also talked about
we don't need a lot of chickens for layers.
we don't need a lot of laying eggs.
We
no,
don't eat a
laying
lot of
chickens.
eggs. Eggs don't agree well with me, but I like them. I still eat them. I just
Right.
don't eat a bunch of them.
Yeah, the kids and I, of course, we eat them, and yeah, we
I might
don't
only eat
want
them
an
once or twice a
abundance.
week.
Right.
But then again, if we have, but anyway, we want to try to do meat birds.
Yes,
too.
we want to do the Cornish cross.
Yeah, definitely some meat birds.
And that way I can can a bunch of chicken, a bunch of chicken stock.
And when we do that, I'm really going to be trying to ask for people's help, advice. If any of you are passing through Kentucky, stop, help me, show me what to do. Maybe we need to go visit some more homesteads and help them, or watch them process their birds, or help them process their birds. So we'll actually know what we're doing and what we need.
Yeah.
Because that is new to us. That's something that we would be very amateur at.
Tree. So somebody asked, Michelle said, is autopilot a watering technique? It is not. So what he has done, we're talking about Luke Marion, MI Gardener. He has a very successful channel, has written a book.
You got it?
I've got it somewhere, it's over there, called The Autopilot Garden. And what it is, it's several different growing methods that he has combined. Like, he kind of takes the best of all these different methods and puts it into one. So you're combining core gardening, intense planting, what am I thinking? Which core gardening is kind of a take on hugelculture. It's a hard word to say. And what it does is it basically, well, as it says, autopilot. Once you get to a certain point, it's very hands off. Like, you spend more time harvesting. You spend more time harvesting than you do anything else. It eliminates weeds. It eliminates, I won't say eliminates, it reduces weeds. It reduces watering. And it's a really, really great method. And we can't wait to put out that video. And like he said, we did make some mistakes. There was some operator error, but we did try to follow the book as closely as possible. So we can't wait to share that with you guys.
Definitely wasn't the book's fault.
No, it wasn't the book's fault. Wasn't Luke's fault either.
But what we did according to the book worked exactly the way it explained it would. So, what did I miss?
We're just talking about autopilot.
And we got over 100 people watching that.
I know, it's awesome.
That's so cool.
Thank y'all.
I tried to find the book to show you, but I don't know where she's got it. I think she might have it in the back bedroom.
I probably have it put up. Let's see. Definitely need more information. Yes, it is. It is such a great. I mean, really, one of the things that he talks about, the benefit of gardening this way is that you're not out in the garden all the time, breaking your back, pulling weeds. What weeds you do get, they come out really easily. In fact, you'll even see that in tomorrow's video, because one of my beds, it's the operator error bed. I had some work to do in that one, but I even show you how much I do, but
Good night, Lisa.
Oh, good night, Lisa.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, you'll see
video tomorrow.
You'll see how much work I do, and I even time myself to show you how little time it took me to do it. So, have I planted any seeds lately? I'm glad you asked that.
That will be in the video tomorrow.
It'll be in the video, except for what I did today. I went out and I planted some more seeds today. I planted some scarlet runner beans to go up my sunflowers. And I planted a couple of butternut squash seeds. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something with that because I've never grown butternut before, so we'll see. Because it's a vining squash, and I don't have a trellis, so I'll have to do an update to see how it does. But yes, but there are more seeds, more things that I planted, which you'll see in the video. Am I using the same planner organizer for homeschool as I did last year? I think you did a video on it. Yes, I did do a video on it. I am not using that this year for two reasons. One is because my daughter is using Abeka for most of her homeschool, and it's like it's in the computer, if that makes sense. Like she'll pull up the calendar, she'll click on the day, it has all the assignments that she's doing, and I will probably just scratch my eye again. Anyway, the things that we're doing independently from Abeka, I will probably just either put it in a notebook, or I'll put in, one of the planners I already have here. And then for Parker, I bought a cheap lesson planner off of Amazon. Let's see. We usually just do plants from a local store. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. For me, starting my own seeds is more about having the skill, and you also have the ability to have more variety in your garden, because most nurseries don't carry a lot of, like when you're going through a seed catalog, you see all these different kind of cool plants that your local nursery is not going to carry. So yeah, for me, it's just about variety, and it's about just having the skill, knowing that I can start the seeds myself. Let's see. Slugwiser.
Catching up on some of the comments here.
Yes. But yes, we are starting school next Monday, and I am going to be making a video on what both of my kids are going to be doing for school. Emily is a senior this year. I cannot believe we're going to be graduating our first child.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah. And if you're new to our channel, we don't just do gardening. We do homeschool, and so we do videos on homeschooling and a variety of things. Your keto diet, just
started today.
Trying the healthy lifestyle, it's just all the different things we do. Yeah. And eventually when we get into our chickens and stuff like that.
Yes, very excited. I'm just warning y'all, the day we get chickens, I will probably cry because I have waited for so long. In fact, when did you finally agree to having chickens? Was it last year?
When we moved here.
No. That's not what I mean. You were finally open to the idea of having chickens. Was it after Homesteaders of America?
Oh yeah, after the first year. Yeah, after the first year we went to Homesteaders of America. To be honest with you, I thought it was fun to have a garden and grow our own tomatoes and squash and peppers, because I like that stuff, and I much rather eat it out of the garden than buy it at the store. For one, it just tastes incredibly better.
Oh yeah, so much better.
So I was doing that for the taste. But once I went to the Homesteaders of America conference, I was all in. I mean, it kind of made me realize these are awesome people. You guys know what you're doing. They were so encouraging. And when I come back home, I was just on board. I was on the homestead train. I was just ready to go full throttle. We just needed to find us a better place to live. And so once we moved here, we thought, we don't have a whole lot of land, but we're out here in the country. We're not in a subdivision anymore. Let's try to start doing what we can with all of our land here. So
yeah,
I mean,
make your land work for you, not the other way around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Had to go and have lunch and put some washing on the line.
It takes a little bit. I mean, we just we have to do baby steps. It's just some people can do a lot at once, and we've got we got a lot of eggs in different baskets, so we just kind of do it in baby steps when we can. So we're getting there.
We're a busy family.
We're getting there. One day she's gonna come home and she's gonna hear chirp 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 out back.
In Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel.
Yeah.
Who knows that movie? Who knows the line from what movie did I just quote?
I know that one.
Don't give it away. Niagara Falls, Frankie
So
Angel.
anyway.
Let me homeschooled 13 years as a single mom.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Not Grease.
If some of you guys are kind of into homesteading or kind of into it,
I'm excited.
if you go to the Homesteaders of America, you'll come back home a lot more excited about it.
ACE.
It really.
Yeah, that's one thing. Our motto among some of us ladies of Homesteaders of America was Homesteaders of America, saving one marriage at a time or something like that, just because it converted so many people.
Even Amy's husband.
Even Amy's husband, yeah, and Nanda's husband.
Yeah. So
Not You've Got Mail. Nope.
Yeah.
Not Dirty Dancing. I'll give you a hint. Bill Murray's in it. Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel. I practically speak movie quotes.
She does, and it's so annoying.
I'll say something, and then he'll look at me like, I'm pretty sure that's from a movie that I've never seen. I'm like, yes, you have. You just don't remember. Oh. It is a fast screen. Not Caddyshack, not Groundhog Day. When you give up, let me know. No. It's a Christmas movie. Scrooge, the 1870s, got it. Good job, good job. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
I need to put my mom to bed and the trolls are okay. All right, I will certainly do that. Is that okay with Browsford and North Star? Are you guys? Is that your way of volunteering?
Yeah. The trolls are out.
Let's see. Okay, let me scroll up so I can find them. There we go. Yeah, I think it's, I mean, to me, it is absolutely, let's see, North Star, I just gave you a wrench.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Am I pronouncing that right? Browsford? And didn't I see, were you camping next to us? In Michigan?
What do you mean camping next to us?
The car that was next to us.
Oh, for that one night?
Yeah, that one night. Let's see. Brewsford. Okay, Brewsford, thank you.
Sorry about that.
And thank you for volunteering. I appreciate that. Sorry.
No, I don't know. I don't know who
Okay.
that was.
All right, 1870s. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a wrench too. Never hurts to have, because you never know who can, you know, be live and who can't.
That's awesome.
Thank y'all. The Mod Squad.
We appreciate it so much.
Very much. You camped diagonally from us. Were you the ones that set up the screen? Were y'all like close to Two Family Homestead?
Yeah, there was one that set up a screen. They were right next to Two Family.
Yeah, that was them. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Okay, and then I know exactly
Yeah,
who you are. I didn't know y'all had a channel. Y'all could have come over and said, hey, you should check us out. And I didn't know y'all were from Kentucky too. That's even better. Let's see.
Kentucky represented Michigan very well.
Yeah.
There was actually, I think, four.
Uh-huh.
I believe 4 families that came from different parts of Kentucky. So yeah.
Yeah, it's okay that it's small. We were small too.
And the
We are
Stivers, we were just watching their live show before we went live. We were watching the Stivers homestead, and I think most of you have heard of them, but if you haven't, go check them out, give them some love, subscribe. But they're talking about they're gonna have a get together, and he said something about they're expecting 300 people for this get together, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Very good.
I cannot believe that you guys were watching Naruto and Parker didn't know. He would have been over there so fast. Oh my goodness.
It was kind of chaotic because, well, I won't say it was chaotic. It was it was so enjoyable
Cool.
just hanging out and meeting everybody. But the weekend went so fast. We know that there were people there that we still didn't get to really know
Yeah.
and meet like
Yeah.
we wanted to.
Right. Yep. There's a lot of
Which is
people
why we
to
gotta
meet,
go
a lot
back.
of people to talk to. Yes. And
So
Aurora,
we're
did you know?
We're already talking about going back next year.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Aurora, in where you're at, do you know about the homestead get together that is going to be there on November 2nd? Is that what y'all were talking about? Considerate Joy? Said November 2nd. Isn't that?
November 2nd, there is a get together.
Yes, at Land
Is it
Between the Lakes.
Stringfield Ridge?
Yeah, I think. Okay, so Stringfield, are you guys September 14th? Okay, I'm thinking of Stivers. Stivers is November 2nd, or whatever that.
Yeah, because I'm
Whatever that
getting the
Saturday
two
is.
dates mixed up with the two
Yeah.
get-togethers. So.
Okay, Harvest Celebration November 2nd in Frankfurt. Land Between the Lakes is September 14th, and we are planning on going to that. So since you're right there,
Yes.
come on out.
Both of those are going to be within a 2 hours drive from us.
Yes.
We can hit both of them. So I've asked off work.
Yep.
I hope they give them to me.
Yeah,
if
we won't
they give me
know
those days
for a little
off,
while.
we will
Yeah.
plan on being there.
Yep. We're very, very excited to meet. We're excited to meet homesteaders that are local.
Yes, the Harvest Celebration November 2nd in Frankfort, Kentucky. That's with the Stivers.
Yes, thank you for sharing the link.
And then Stringfield Ridge.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be September 14th over near Land Between the Lakes, Grand Rivers.
Yeah, Brewster Homestead said Bayou Bash 2020 is scheduled for June 20th. So if you are in Louisiana, then find out more about that. That sounds fun. Your husband works so much, I understand. Yeah, he has to ask off
I have to. Well,
months ahead of time before he can take off.
Well, the problem is I don't have a Monday through Friday job.
Right, that's true.
My job requires me to work on Saturdays, which pretty much throws the whole weekend off. Everybody, I mean, we miss out on a lot of
Good night,
stuff too,
Mandy.
with family, with church, because a lot of activities and stuff for the youth or get-togethers, picnics, barbecues. They all want to have them on Saturdays, and that's understandable. I would too,
Yeah.
but it's just.
It's frustrating,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
when it
part
comes
of it.
to
part of it.
planning. And Mandy, I don't know if you're still here or not, but I wanted to answer a question. I don't know if anybody answered your question during Sutton's Day stream. You were asking about freezing tomatoes. I have some tomatoes in the freezer right now, and what I do, I just rinse my tomatoes off, and then I get grocery bags, and I double bag it, and then I just put my tomatoes in there, and then I throw them in the freezer. And then when I'm ready to can, I get them out, I run them under warm water, and the skin comes right off. In fact, the skin comes off so perfectly, that's how I like to dehydrate my skins. I just put them in my food dehydrator. A couple hours later, they're really, really crispy. You pulse them in like a blender or a Ninja or whatever and make tomato powder. And then you can use tomato powder to,
Chicken
oh,
and
you do
rice.
that too? Okay, well, good. Yeah, so then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Good deal, good deal. Okay. All right, so see, Colby has to work every other Saturday too. It's just what we gotta do. Yeah, it's just making a living.
Yeah.
But anyway, but good night, Mandy. Thank you for hanging out with us. How long do they last when you freeze them? Well, I mean, I've kept them up to about a year. And then, yeah, it's funny because I remember the day. I remember what I was reading when I learned that you can actually freeze tomatoes and then can them. I was reading a blog post from Reformation Acres, and they were getting ready to move. And she said, I guess it's time to take out the tomatoes and can them. Or take the tomatoes out of the freezer and can them. And I was like, life-changing. I didn't know you could do that. So yeah, I've been doing that ever since. Just because, you know, when tomatoes come in, they're coming in so much. So unless you actually have time to can them right away, it's just put them in the freezer.
What
and
do you do with the tomato powder?
Oh, okay. So the tomato powder, you can add a little bit of water and make tomato paste and thicken your soups and stews with it.
Yes.
I also have a video where I make pizza flavored popcorn. I use tomato powder
And it worked.
and basil and salt, garlic powder, and Parmesan cheese. And then you just sprinkle that over your popcorn with some butter. It's really good. Let's see, what else?
I'm kind of a purist when it comes to my popcorn, so
Oh, yeah.
she did it on hers. She didn't touch mine.
Yeah, but let's see. You can also use it to make, like if you're making your taco meat, instead of using like a tomato sauce, just add your tomato powder, some water, and the rest of your seasonings. That works. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do. But yeah, and it's a really great way to use up your whole tomato.
But yeah, your first suggestion where thickening up soup, it really works well.
Yeah, it does. It does. You have to use, well, depending on how much soup you're making, you kind of have to use a lot of it. But still, like I said,
good way to get rid of the tomato.
yeah,
powder.
and you're not letting anything go to waste. So that's something that you can do.
You know, that's one thing. I talked with Colby, and I never asked him what he did.
Oh yeah. So I may just blend up 17.5 pounds of tomatoes and freeze it to process later. Yeah, that's what I love. I mean, I'm all about cutting corners. If I can safely cut corners when it comes to preserving my food, I do it. And definitely putting it in the freezer is the way to go. Threw my skins away. Thanks for sharing that info. Yeah, it definitely is. It's fun to do. And then like, yeah, it's like, what am I doing with, what's that red powder in your pantry? Oh, it's tomato powder. It's what?
I wonder if there's someone with a homesteading community that has a schedule of all the events going on.
It seems like there is. I know that people have asked
for
and talked about it.
homesteading, like
Yeah, just of all the events.
for homesteading.
Yeah, and I want to say, I don't know. I know Homesteaders of America's website did have one at one time, but I haven't looked in a while. So
Yeah.
check out homesteadersofamerica.com, and there might be one there, so you can check that out. Let's see, Two Family did have one. Okay, Consider
Because
Joy
there's-
says Two Family has a
There's
list.
so many different. Well, Two Family probably would because they travel to most of them.
On Facebook. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because there's so many homesteaders just having their own get-togethers. Mm-hmm. And
Okay, bye, Mandy. Thanks for hanging
sometimes
out.
you don't know about them unless you just kind of come across them. But yeah, some of the big ones. Mm-hmm. There should be a list. That'd be good. So check out Two Family and see if they're on there. If they do, maybe share it with other people so we can all get that as well. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Two Family has a schedule. Somebody says that.
Yeah. Let's see. I wonder. Okay.
Chickens love the skins. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I am super
Once
excited.
we have the chickens.
I am excited about having chickens, even just for the composting. But it's
The
like
composting will be amazing.
yeah, I'm excited about that.
Because our compost bin that we have built out here, I'm very impatient. Mm-hmm. I don't like waiting
Good night,
an entire
Brewster.
year for compost to be ready.
Yeah.
So when we get the chickens, that's going to speed up that process.
Absolutely.
Very quickly. Mm-hmm. So yeah, be very excited about that. And just the satisfaction that I'm not throwing all this scraps away in the trash. I'm actually feeding them to the chickens, and in turn, the chickens are going to be feeding me back.
Yeah. Yep. They turn our scraps into food.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm very excited about getting them. Hi, Tim. So glad you're here.
Tim made it.
I haven't talked to you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. Raising a turkey. Oh my goodness. When we were at Pratt Family Homestead, they were really fun to watch. They have several turkeys. And
yeah, their turkeys seem very tame too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're right up next to you, following you around like puppy dogs.
yeah.
And they're white.
Yeah.
They've got these huge white turkeys. They're beautiful birds. Very beautiful
What
birds.
was funny was when, did somebody honk or something? And then the turkeys all went,
Yeah, like
That
if
was
you
really funny.
if you lock your car door and you know,
yeah.
they go, you know, they'll all. Of course, I didn't do that correctly, but yeah. And then
Pizza. Turkeys
our
are
hodgepodge homestead, John the crab. Yeah, John Crab.
Cool.
They got on top of his truck. They started roosting on top of his truck.
Mm-hmm.
He got them off. I'm pretty sure he did not want them on his truck.
Colby's begging for those turkeys. So
Those are cool turkeys.
1870 said that chickens are pretty much cannibals too. So I guess
Really?
you gotta watch. Which I've heard that, like if one of them gets sick or weak or whatever, they become a meal.
They take them out.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
have
crazy.
to watch on for that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I know I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry when the day comes. I just know that it will. I know that it will.
When we were at your parents' house a couple days ago down in Georgia,
Yes.
your aunt and uncle that lives right next door had chickens, so we had to go say hi to the chickens.
We did have to go say hi to the beautiful
We didn't
chickens.
go say hi to your aunt and uncle. We went. Well, they were at the anniversary thing.
We saw them at the
We saw
anniversary.
them. We said hi to
But we
them.
didn't go to their house.
But
So
we
we didn't
went
go to
to
my
s-
grandparents' house that was next door either.
We went to see
Thanks
the
for
chickens.
bringing that up.
No,
But
they
guess
were all
what?
there. We saw 'em.
Yes, but you guys know what? One of the cool things about seeing my family this weekend is that I saw a niece and two nephews that I hadn't met yet. And one of them was 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
And I got to hold him and hear him squeak and make all the cute little baby noises that babies make. Oh, I love being Aunt Gigi. Oh, man, I'm telling you what, if we lived closer to my brothers and sisters, those kids would be ruined and I would be doing the ruining.
She would.
So it's probably
Have
a
no doubt
good
about
thing.
that.
It's probably a good thing we don't live
I have
near
no doubt
them.
about that. Yeah.
Oh, me. You have been next door to my house and didn't stop by. I know. It's because we're terrible people. Sorry, Tim. I know. Tim offered to buy me sushi, and I didn't take him up
He
on
even
it.
offered to feed you.
Yeah.
Buy you sushi because he knows that I don't like sushi.
Yeah.
So he said he would get some for you.
Love babies, looking for grandbabies one day. Yeah, one of these days. I hope that's a little while, but when the day comes, we will be ridiculous.
Well.
We'll be able to see what happened to our parents.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
I think we've covered everything we wanted to cover.
Crazy, yeah.
And we got it all in our hour time slot,
Oh my
which
goodness.
is awesome.
Congratulations, Peace and Pantry. She's gonna be a Mimi. That is so exciting. Oh my goodness.
A Mimi?
A Mimi, yeah. See, I'm
Kinda
gonna
like
be
your Gigi.
Yes. Okay, so my niece, my oldest niece, called me Aunt Gigi because Tangy is, kind of a tongue twister for a litlin. And when she called me Aunt Gigi the first time, I turned into the biggest puddle of goo there ever was. And I'm like, oh, I'm Aunt Gigi. And then I decided very quickly after that my grandchildren will call me Gigi because I'm not a granny. I don't feel like my personality is, granny or grandma, or my mom is mama.
I don't know.
So but I am totally a Gigi. Like
When
I
it-
will rock
When
the
it
Gigi.
happens, it'll happen. Then whatever they call you, you'll be happy.
I'm Gigi forever. Yes.
Yeah.
Gigi is usually great grandma. Well, that's okay. I will be a grandma and I will be great. So Gigi it is. I love it. Love it. Oh my goodness. Will you be getting bitties or full-grown chickens? We'll be getting chicks. I think that's the most economical way to start.
Probably so.
Which does mean that we'll have to get
Well,
a lot more.
again, this is going to be a completely new venture for us.
That's so cute.
I'm going to have to figure out the best type of coop to build, feeders, waters. I mean, everything's going to be new to us. I'm not looking forward to heat lamps and all that, but I know if you're going to raise them young like that, you kind of need that stuff.
Yeah, and they'll
So-
probably be living in our laundry room at first.
Yeah, it's just a lot of expense. So again, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yep. And we'll bring you guys right along from the beginning with the tears to the tears over one dying, and then the joy of eating our first farm fresh egg. Like I have been saving egg cartons for I don't even know how many years. Not all of them, but I have quite a stack. So I'm excited about finally using them. It's really not that hard. Happy to help anytime you want some help. People are offering to help you build the coop. Wouldn't that be
They're
a
offering
fun
to help me build the
collaboration?
coop?
Yes.
Who?
Let's see, 1870s said, happy to help anytime you want some. And then Little Acres Homestead said, if you need any help building the coop, I'll be glad to help.
Oh, well, how close are they? Where are they
I
at?
don't know. Where are y'all?
If
Are you
there's any
by?
close by, I definitely would love for somebody to come help me, show me how to do. If I could go somewhere and then really examine one really well and know what I'm doing, but again, this is completely new to me, and I'm not a carpenter. First time I built raised beds, I thought I was doing something awesome.
Were you the one? Were you the one that messaged us on Facebook about compost? So who was it? Somebody said Gigi's Chicklins. That's gonna be the sign I'm gonna make for the coop. Gigi's Chicklins.
Is Little Acres the one you've been talking to?
That's why I'm
That
asking.
lives-
Oh, yep. Okay, good deal.
Oh, okay. That
Yep.
just lives over here across the river?
Yes, and they said they are starting a YouTube channel. It looks like you've already got a name. Like, do you have any videos up yet? Let's see. Stringfield said, Jack said, come on down. Let's see, my grandma on my dad's side was Nana and her mother was Granny. Yeah, my dad's mom we called grandmother. My mom's mom we called Mama.
I don't
She wanted to be
I'm not a fan of
Mamaw.
that at all.
Well, she wanted to be Mamaw, but it didn't come out that way for, of course, the first grandchild usually.
See, nobody in my family,
Names the
nobody in our
grandparents.
family called anybody by nicknames. It was always,
Granny. Granny's short for grandmother.
well, I guess, but that's
Yeah.
kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, not yet. Okay. Let's see. My anyway.
Well,
But
if-
yes,
if-
that was really cute.
If they can help me figure out chicken coop or what I need, then we'll definitely help them out with their YouTube channel
Yes.
and help them figure that out.
Yep.
We'll trade off.
Yeah, it's definitely not difficult to figure out, but it can be overwhelming though because there's a lot of information.
Yeah, and you can always, it's just how much time do you want to put into it. You can,
Yeah.
I mean, you can spend a whole lot of time editing and trying to make these great cinematic videos, or you can just do it quick on an iPhone and use iMovie,
Which is what we do.
which is mostly what we do.
Yeah.
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 So we do need to wrap it up.
Yes, we've been on here. We're over our time.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had a lot of people join us, and if you were a first-time watcher, we really appreciate
Yes,
you
Pine
kinda
Knot.
popping in.
We're getting ready to sign off, but
Yeah, we're just now kind of winding down. We actually kind of went over what we normally do in our hour, but I know it's not as fun watching us on the replay because you don't get to chat with us live.
yes,
But
over our YouTube.
we appreciate you joining us.
Yep, fun hanging out. Yes,
Thanks to all of our moderators. Thank you
Yes.
guys for helping out so much.
Every name that you see in blue with the wrench, be sure to head on over to their channel. Give them some love.
Absolutely.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for keeping the trolls away.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button when you watch these videos. I think that really does help with YouTube analytics. And so it actually does mean a lot when people
Yes, it
hit
does.
those.
It does.
So we appreciate that as well.
Very much so. It was nice meeting you too. Thank you all to the new people that came out tonight. So much fun. We really appreciate it. And Ambi, even if you don't homestead, you are always welcome here. So don't ever feel,
Yes.
even though we're talking about things maybe that you're not into, we're just glad that you're here to hang out.
Sometimes our conversations go
You
on a
never
whole
know.
lot of little rabbit trails, and we,
Yep.
we cover a variety of subjects. So
Well,
you're
North
always
Star,
welcome to
we
join
think
us.
we think the same about you too. And you have a garden video you put out today that I am gonna watch as soon as we log off because
Yes.
it looks really beautiful. Okay.
So everybody have a great week.
Yep.
God bless. Be safe, and hopefully we will continue our regular Monday night schedule.
Yes.
As long as we can. If something comes up and we can't make it, we will definitely post on our Facebook and Instagrams that something is up and we can't make it. But we're going to try to be here every Monday night from here on out, as long as we can.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.